Heads up, campers. It's CreekWater Cody, broadcasting live from the bunker, Saturday morning, March the 20th, 2021. Doing a video today on CreekWater Cody's Survival Library. Might notice the bookshelf here next to me. It's just some old pallet wood crates. I turned sideways here on my workbench down here in the bunker. And as you can see, I got the top shelf stocked up with books. It's my survival stuff. I actually made a trip to my local Army Surplus outfitter shop. I picked up some military field manuals. You can see I've got a few here in the center. We'll get to those in a moment. But got a few as a set and got a duplicate, got doubles. So I gave one to one of the CreekWater cooks, who was actually the military survival field manual. Survival basics. Like I said, we'll come across that one in a minute. Gifting that out just brought up the topic of, what reference books do I have hold of on my bookshelf. So I figured I'd bring y'all down to the bunker and show you what's on the shelf. Before we get into it, y'all do me a favor. Drop down below. Hit them comments. Let me know what you think. Give me the old thumbs up. Like it. Share it. Show it off to your friends, family, whatever, whomever might benefit from it. Be interested in it. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe to it if you hadn't already. Tap that little bell down there. It'll give you notification, let you know next time I post a video. Anyhow, let's get into the CreekWater Survival Library. Down here on the end, the Ziplocs. We're not going to break all these out, but so this is my map collection. Most of this is Appalachian Trail, Shenandoah type area. I am in Central Virginia area, so got a lot of local trail maps and whatnot. For plotting my trips and my adventures. Going along with those, just a couple of trail guidebooks. These are Shenandoah National Park and one for Central Virginia Appalachian Trail Guides. Just kind of go along with the maps. They give you verbal direction, routes and whatnot. Little tips and stuff, handwritten or written things, that are not exactly on the map. Anyway, let's keep going into it. We're going to skip the small one. These are what I was talking about when we started the video. Military field manuals. I'm going to go through them. First aid for soldiers. These things are, there you go. Headquarters, Department of the Army, 76. These are actually reprints of the field manuals that are issued to and offered to soldiers serving at the time. So first aid, timeless thing, was published in 76, but there's still some great basics in there. Let's see, survival, that's the one I was talking about. A lot of good stuff in there. I'm not going to break into all what's in all these books, but because this would be a 7-hour video if I did that with all the stuff on the shelf. So let's keep it rolling. Matter of fact, we'll just go through them. There's just a wealth of information to be had there. Survival scenarios and whatnot. One neat one that I found, I don't know how much this is survival, but figured I'd show it off anyway. It's from Vietnam, M16A1 rifle, maintenance and whatnot. But these were done, y'all know I'm a big old comic book nerd. And these were actually done for the military by comic book legend, creator of the graphic novel, Will Eisner. Just something cool that I keep amongst that. Let's keep it rolling. Alright, this here is a Citizens Emergency Preparedness Guide. This is offered by the Central Virginia Emergency Management. Went to, me and one of the cooks, about 2015, I believe, we went to CERT, Civilian Emergency Response Training. This guidebook came with it, just household preparedness guide, everything from generators, water for boiling your water, basic stuff. Like I said, get y'all some information on not only wilderness survival, but at-home preparedness, urban type survival. Moving right along, survival handbooks. SAS Survival Handbook. Y'all go back on the Wayback Machine in the playlist. A few years ago, I did a short review of this. It's a great resource. I picked it up a few years ago. One of those things I wish I'd have read when I was really young, because a lot of information that I picked up here and there is all contained in this thing, the SAS Survival Handbook. CreekWater tested, CreekWater approved. Let's keep it moving. Couple of books that I really dig. Cooking the One Burner Way. Just some one burner, recipes for your little hike stove, cook stove. Some really good stuff in there, but camp cookbook. This one kind of goes along with it. It was a gift from old Mike CreekWater. Appreciate it. He knows I've done a bunch of the stuff that's in this book. But it's everything from recipes to some, homemade or handmade camping implements. Different methods of cooking, lighting, stuff like that. I've actually built out of this book. I built a camp stove back in the day, a lantern, a few other things. Stuff that I really don't have anymore, but maybe we'll get into that later. That's a pretty good idea for some future videos, really. Let's see. Got just two different field guides to wild plants. Some of them I've always been interested in, but honestly I'm not very good at it. I'm not much of a botanist. But having these pictures, guidebooks, you know what I mean? As far as the area, you can compare these, try to find some edibles in the wild. And last but definitely not least, maybe most, is medical stuff. If y'all follow the channel, you've probably seen some of these books, medical videos and whatnot. But Medicine for Mountaineering, that's a expedition classic. It's always getting updated. It's by the Mountaineers. This is the 6th edition. It's a few years old. But this thing is great. This is everything from stubbing your toe to, food poisoning, whatever. I mean, whatever could happen to you, wounds, illnesses, injuries, sicknesses, whatever. This one here is a smaller version of the same. It's by the same people, created by the same group. It's just more pocket size, easier to carry. I've got a couple of copies of this. Keep one in my bug out bag. I also recently picked up just another, the Ultimate Survival Medicine Guide for emergencies and disasters and whatnot. I'm still into this one. Like I said, it's fairly new. I've been going through it, and it's a pretty good resource, but I do suggest y'all get some medical information. One thing I noticed on the channel is that videos on, my first aid kit, my master medical kit, they're not exactly highly rated videos. I'll put out something on a tomahawk or a pellet gun or zombie apocalypse, and they get all kind of views, but the medical stuff, a lot of things like that, it's not as romanticized, I guess. Not as much fun. But it's definitely a necessity. But that's the thing about all this in general, the knowledge. I've said before, I put out a video a couple years ago, Survivalists versus Preppers, pointing out that, being a prepper, having a bunch of stuff makes you a target, and that having a bunch of knowledge, being a survivalist, makes you an asset. And the place to require that knowledge is in them books. Hit the books. And the internet is a great resource as well, but I'm all about hard copy. I like having hard copies of it. It can't be deleted, can't be altered. And if there is an SHTF survival type situation, you're not going to be Googling stuff. You're going to be relying upon hard copy. One last, the Ultimate Survival Guide to Life and Eternal Life, the Holy Bible. Need I say more? Did y'all think I was really going to do a library video without throwing that one in there? That one will get you through this life and the next. I appreciate y'all watching. In the meantime, y'all be good. Go out and build them libraries. Build that knowledge. Be prepared. Don't build your ark in the rain. I'm CreekWater Cody. I appreciate y'all watching. God bless you.